CEOs are often safely locked up in skyscrapers, protected from customers' protests and employee disagreements. Which is why seeing the billionaire Uber CEO use the company's high-end service is highly uncommon. In a dashcam video obtained by Bloomberg News, Travis Kalanick talks frankly about his company.
My year is coming up, maybe 40.
I make sure every year is
The driver then challenges Kalanick about the issues around driver pay.
You know what? What? Some people don't like to take responsibility for their own. They blame everything in their life on somebody else. Email for town car. Good luck.
The surfacing of the video filmed during the Super Bowl is the latest PR blunder for Uber. A former engineer recently wrote a scathing blog post about a treatment at the company, accusing top management of turning a blind eye to sexism and sexual harassment. It resulted in Uber forcing out an executive. It follows a successful boycott of Uber after it appeared to undermine striking taxi drivers in New York, and a lawsuit from Google that accuses the company of stealing its self-driving vehicle technology. In what Uber calls a profound apology, Kalanick sent a note to Uber employees around the world saying, "It's clear this video is a reflection of me, and the criticism we've received is a stark reminder that I must fundamentally change as a leader and grow up. This is the first time I've been willing to admit that I need leadership help, and I intend to get it." Uber's CEO has followed a Silicon Valley tradition where more seasoned executives are brought in to smooth out a startup's rough edges. But the video has also left its mark, and so has the driver's one-star rating for Kalanick.
And AP joins me on the set now. AP, this is really interesting, isn't it? For once, an ordinary driver, shop floor worker if you like, gets his dream scenario. He gets to complain to the CEO inside the back of his car.
And he gets to drive the CEO.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder what he must have thought when he saw that this is the driver that is, the passenger that is picking up. Yeah, so his name is Fawzi Kamal. He's been an Uber driver for quite a long time. He's 37 years old. And I'd like to play you another shot from that confrontation just to understand what the crux was of this confrontation. Let's have a listen.
Okay, sure.
But people are not trusting you anymore. Do you think people will buy cars anymore? Unless they buy them through the invoice. Otherwise, nobody want to buy a car. I lost $97,000 because of you. I bankrupt because of you.
Look.
Yes.
You know what?
You keep changing every day. You keep changing
Hold on a
every
second.
day.
What have I changed about black?
Huh?
What
you
have I
changed
changed?
the whole business.
What?
You dropped the prices.
On black?
Yes, you did.
Bullshit.
We started with $20. We started with $20.
You know what?
How much is the mile now? $275?
AP, what was all that bleeping for? Forget that. Let me ask you about who's right here. So the CEO saying that's BS, and the driver's saying, no, you dropped the prices. Who's right here?
So there's three numbers that he mentioned. One, the last one, the 275 for mileage. That's true. They've cut the mileage price by at least 50%. He mentions the number $20. That used to be the minimum fare. So if you want to pick up this drive, or you pick up an Uber and you are only going to take a few meters, the minimum that you had to pay was $20.
Because this is the black service, this is the top service.
Exactly.
Right.
So guaranteeing automatic $20 to drivers. They've cut that in half. The other number, $97,000, he says he went bankrupt because of Uber. Now, this is quite an interesting story.
Yeah.
Uber offers a car leasing program, which some people are saying is pretty predatory, because if you don't qualify for leasing with other companies, Uber says, don't worry, we're gonna set you up with a special program. Basically how it works, every month you pay a certain amount of money to Uber, they provide you with a car, and they deduct the money that you owe them from your earnings. But if Uber then cuts the amount of money that you can make potentially, obviously you're going to have to drive far more than you used to. And there's so many stories of Uber drivers actually living in their cars because it's become so expensive.
You know, the thing is, AP, he's the CEO of a massive company worth $69 billion. And I think he actually gave the driver quite a good consultation, if you like. You know, he was in his capacity as a customer. He could have just walked off. But he actually talked to him for quite a while, and the the driver was a little pushy. But of course, he's now saying he needs help. He's sort of mea culpa. He's on his knees praying for forgiveness. Why is that?
I think more than anything else, the reason why he gave this apology is because investors are watching, and investors, this is still a private company. There's great potential for the very many investors who have put a lot of money into this company, and they're hoping to get some return from this the day that Uber goes public.
Right.
And really, this is most of these companies are boy clubs more than anything else. And he's just following in the footsteps of what other Silicon Valley CEOs have done in the past when they have been in similar situations, caught out by surprise, saying, I do apologize, and investors have liked hearing that.
I suppose you don't lose anything by apologising, do you? Especially when it's sort of, you know, CEO versus the humble worker. I think, and also in San Francisco, quite a soft, polite environment, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, AP, for that.